Good morning, stampers and crafters. Thank you so much for being with me today. Today we're going to go over the July 2020 Paper Pumpkin box, which is Summer Nights. This is a monthly subscription. Each month, Stampin' Up! Puts out a brand new, different box of card making goodies. Everything in there is complete as far as being able to make the designated card sets. There are instructions that come in the kit. There are also alteration cards, alternatives that you can choose to design, and there's always extra supplies that you might make something different. With this month's Paper Pumpkin is the Blackberry Bliss, say that fast, Blackberry Bliss 1 by 1 inch square ink spots, and you get a different one every month. So over a period of time you will really make a good collection of supplies. This is the baker's twine that comes with it for designing the card. This is the stamp set. You can see they're photopolymer, which are really good to be able to see where you're stamping, that you might make adjusted details or whatever. It's just easy to stamp with the photopolymer. With each kit you get the embellishments that are included. With this kit you get I think it's like 8 or 9 little vellum jars that are stamped with gold edging. You get 9 paper bags that are like tea light size. You can put those little battery operated tea lights in them and set them in your yard for a party. And that's the theme of this set, is you get little card fronts, and the card is actually designed on the front with your message on the back. And there are envelopes included for each of these card fronts. I also purchased the add-on kit, and some of the Paper Pumpkins have that. Here are the envelopes that come with that. And you also get the decorative pieces, the punch-outs. They're very, very lovely this month. They are every month, but this one you get 3 sheets of the Ferris wheel and the fireflies and the lanterns, and these are the labels, the different shaped labels that are, they have a decorative edging to them. And you always get your Paper Pumpkin is always wrapped in a beautiful tissue paper that is reusable if you don't tear it up. Sometimes you get excited about getting it and you just rip right into that thing. So, but for the most part, they're collectible. But this is the add-on kit for an extra $10. You could purchase the add-on kit, which gives you 24 card front. No, these were full cards, the regular standard A2 card, and with envelopes that go with that. That, as you can see, are decorative lining on the edging on the front of it, and then the insides are decorated with the DSP, 3 different shades of color that go with the card base. And as you can see, these are similar to the card fronts that we have in the kit, but a little different. So just tweaks your creativity a little more, I believe. So if you can do that, order the add-on, and it gets you more bang for your buck as far as being able to use your stamps a little longer. But you know, when you sign up for the Paper Pumpkin, you get reusable supplies in your stamps, and your ink spot and so forth. But the other things are just as important, because they always give you more than what you need. And even this set, you're given so much more that it's more than enough to finish the 24 cards that you get in the add-on kit. So just kind of budget things out, and you'll have plenty of supplies. But knowing that you have the stamps too is backup, and you can add a little bit of the cardstock in any of these colors that are coordinating with the kit. The Whisper White is the white cardstock that you would want to use in addition if you wanted to do different stamping. But again, you have the labels that are included here. So, but this is a collection you build over time, and it gives you a nice resource of supplies. So we're going to make a first card here using one of the card fronts that are in the kit, and we'll design that, and then we will adhere that to a card base from the add-on kit. So we're using the Blackberry Bliss, and again, I have the full-size ink pads in stock, so I tend to use that rather than the ink spot. The ink spots are excellent if you have the Stamparatus, which is a positioning tool for stamping images in either if you're making a bulk amount of cards, or if you just want to get something very crisp and clear and you don't want to make any mistakes on it. You position that stamp on the positioner, and you can stamp it as many times as you like until you get it as dark as you want it and as detailed. So it's a great tool, and that's something that I have over in my online store. You can go there at stampyourlove.com and make any purchases that you might need for adding to your supplies. So one of the things, okay, let's see, now we're stamping. We're using StazOn ink to do the sentiment on the front of the card, and it's a very nice saying, something about, it's a kind of a poem about summer nights. It's really cute. So I'm just going to, I'll explain the items that I'm using here as I go along so that you can be aware of what's happening. So, again, this is a designing video, instructions for doing so, and okay, so now we're going to clean our stamps on these Stampin' Chamois. This is a dense sponge that is filled with water and wrung out real tight, and I keep it in one of the stamp boxes to keep it moist longer. I generally run a little fan in my craft room, and if I've got it pointed toward myself or my desk, it tends to dry out my sponge pretty quickly. But anyhow, it's just so I keep it in the clear stamp cases, the smaller ones. But here I'm putting the fireflies that are in the kit. We're going to put that under the vellum, and they're very cute. The fireflies have a little gold area on their bottoms that shine. So it's very pretty. The video doesn't give it justice. I mean, it's just, it really does stand out in life and in real life. But anyhow, so then we're going to put one more firefly that's come outside that jar. So anyhow, in adhering vellum to your cardstock, it's kind of tricky. The vellum has a tendency to show up any adhesives that you use on it. So I've decided to strategically place 3 glue dots on the vellum along the edge so that it's not detected around the bottom on each side of the edges, and then on the top rim up there where that third firefly is in the process of coming outside of the jar. So anyhow, those three are very sufficient in keeping the vellum piece tacked down. So anyhow. So I'm placing those glue dots right there. So, and again, all the glue dots that you need come in the kit. I just happen to purchase the ones that are on a roll that are easier for me to deal with or to get off the paper and so forth. The others are just fine. I tend to keep them in one specific area so that if I travel or want to take supplies with me somewhere, I don't have to take my bigger pieces. I can just take a little box of things that have all the supplies in it that are easier to deal with. And so that's what I choose to do. Everyone does it differently, I guess. So, but it's convenient for me to do that. So, as you can see, the supplies that you get with the paper pumpkin are very adequate. I mean, the set itself makes 9 cards, and you can see how many stars you get. They're little acrylic stars that kind of puffy and easily go through the mail. But okay, so then I decide to add some lanterns on the right side of the card. So we're going to use the baker's twine and loop it through the handles of the lanterns and put them up on that corner. And I will make sure that they're hanging in the right direction and so forth. And the middle one we're going to put a Stampin' Dimensional behind it to give it a little lift, a little higher up than the jar itself, so about the same distance as the little firefly that's on the outside there. So, so I'm going to loop the baker's twine through the handles of the lanterns and tie a little knot on the top of it. I can't decide if I need a full knot or a half knot. I think I'm going to go with a full knot though. Keeps it from sliding or loosening up down the road. So. There's the paper dips that Stampin' Up! Offers are very, very nice. I have 2 pair, one for paper and one for ribbon. My mother was a seamstress and she taught me well. If you use scissors on fabric, you do not use them on paper, so they just don't last as long. And my mother just passed away last year, and in her things she gave me my grandmother's scissors, who also was a seamstress, so it means a lot to me. Because I sew, or have sewn. I don't do a lot of it anymore, although I have a great grandbaby coming, and I am